I don't know what a suit in a bag is.
Well, it's a suit
bag
that comes
suit?
in the bag. You just kind of roll it up and... God, Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
What? Am I looking all right?
I mean, you look all right-ish. Are we not recording right now?
No. Why would we record right now?
Because you usually have it recording like right now.
No, I wouldn't be recording right now.
Yeah, you
I
would.
wouldn't want to incriminate you. I know you got things to say that are incriminating. I wouldn't want to do that to you.
I love you, man.
You're all right. let me fix you up
Aw.
here. Welcome to the Whisky Wimps.
Yep.
I'm Brian.
I'm Matt.
He's Matt.
Hi.
Hi. Today we're tasting Lagavulin. Lagavulin?
Lagavulin?
I like to say Lagavulin. The Scottish words are so interesting. You thought this was Irish, didn't you? Is this the one you were talking about? You thought we were tasting that was Irish this month? Because you were wrong. It is. I can tell by your side glance you thought it was Irish. This is Scottish. It's from the southwestern islands off of Scotland.
Isn't Irish the same as Scottish?
Oh my God.
I was hoping for that look. Oh, yes. Bye, Brian.
Let me step down off of the platform and recompose
By the way,
myself.
Brian made this platform. This is awesome, by the way.
Thanks. We were almost out of this, and I saved it. It's been open for a while, so it might... This is my favorite Scotch.
I can tell. Just like a sip left.
So, Lagavulin... now I'm questioning myself on how to say it. Lagavulin is really good. And this is the 16-year double matured. Not so easy to find. Matt tried to find it all up and down the state so we could do a comparison of an open bottle to a new bottle. Couldn't find a bottle
Like we did with the Blantons earlier this month.
last week.
Yeah.
Right. So this one is Diageo is the company, the parent company. Diageo is huge, especially over there in the UK. I think maybe lots of scotches are owned by Diageo. They're just this big parent company. But Lagavulin is the distillery. Southwest Island down off of Scotland, with like right by Port Ellen. A lot of the other Islay peated whiskeys that still burn peat to malt their barley. 100% barley on the mash bill, dried with peat smoke. And that's why I guess that smoky flavor that we're gonna experience once we get it going. I'm curious how ooh, did you hear that?
Ooh, that was a good pop.
Can I
One more
replicate
time.
that?
Wait, silence.
Except for all the birds going crazy.
Quiet.
Let me try one more time.
I'll give you one more time,
All right.
then I'm going to add the pop sound to it.
Third time's the charm. It was kind of there. It wasn't as heavy, but,
First one's better.
the note was the same.
Me first. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I should have been doing this the whole time. Ooh, I hope there's enough for both of us.
I think stop. So this is aged in sherry barrels for at least 3 months, by the way.
Okay, only 3 months.
Only 3 months.
So the different double mature, this is batch number 4/507, distilled in 2002, bottled in 2018.
So 16 years.
The distiller's edition, they do 16-year double matures. I think they've done one before, what was 8 years in one cask and 8 years in another.
Yeah.
I really loved that one. I would love to get back to that one. So the rest of its life it spends in an American bourbon cask, correct?
Correct.
And then so at least 3 months, you're saying, it's a Pedro Jimenez sherry cask.
Yes. At least it has to be aged in at least. Well, it was aged in at least 3 months in a sherry barrel.
Yeah, see, I would have loved to, someday maybe we'll find a bottle that was 8 years in one cask and 8 years in the other, literally half and half. That one was probably the best double mature Lagavulin I've ever had. This one's not bad. Obviously, I like it, because it's gone now.
It's gone now. It literally is gone now. I was going to throw it.
But so just the 3 months, well, 16 years too, so the color is representative of the fact that it's a 16-year whiskey. And
So our viewers can see the color a little bit.
I don't know how much 3 months does at the end.
Not too much.
Probably,
I mean,
probably just a hair.
probably just a hair. I think it's just more or less for a little bit the back end finish that you get that sherry taste to it. But the last time we did the sherry stuff, it was a little bit lighter.
And I'm a big fan of whiskeys finished in sherry casks or even aged in sherry casks to get this deep cherry notes. I'm curious to see what happens here. On the nose, obviously, we're getting the peat.
Smoke, yeah, the peat, smoke.
Yeah, which we talked about last month with the Ardbeg versus Ardbeg episode.
That was
we did.
Ardbeg versus Ardbeg, where the cork broke. Did you ever get that cork fixed, by the way?
I took a bottle that I was done with and used the cork to at least cork it, but the cork is still floating. There's no way to get the cork out that broke and fell in.
Yeah.
That's sitting in there until the bottle's gone, and then beyond until we break it.
Ooh, we should break it on film.
Okay, so obviously one of my favorite things about Islay whiskeys is that you have to get past the smoke to find the other notes.
And I know for a lot of people, it's hard to get past the smoke. If you're not used to it,
Well,
the smoke become overpowering.
I enjoy the smoke. To pull the other notes past the smoke is the challenge. But some people just love it. Probably like heavy cigar smokers, people that love to sit around the campfire all night for nights on end.
I mean, I just started getting back into cigars not too long ago.
I just got into cigars not too long ago, actually smoking them correctly and not inhaling.
Yeah, don't inhale, please.
This has been open for a while. I think maybe even longer than a year.
When did you get it?
I don't remember. But it couldn't have been earlier than 2018. What holds true for this bottle of double matured Lagavulin is the same thing that has held true for the other ones I've had. It's got this creamy backbeat to it.
I'm getting a little bit of creaminess to it. I am getting the sherry barrels to it. Getting a little bit of the sherry wine.
Yeah, I can pick up the sherry on the nose even too. The sherry was there on the nose.
I wasn't getting it off the nose.
I get it, just a hint of it off the nose.
By the way, what do you guys think of our new logo? Isn't it awesome?
That is very smooth. Like there's no bite.
I was about to say, this is the first Scotch whiskey that I've had that doesn't have a bite to it. At least I'm not much of a Scotch guy, but this is the first one I've had doesn't have a bite to it.
I think a lot of people think that all Scotch, because a lot of people, Scotch means Johnny Walker, which is blended Scotch, not a single malt like Lagavulin, but also often includes peated whiskeys in its blend. And so most Johnny Walkers are a smoky, peaty Scotch. So most people think of Scotch as having that smokiness to them. Whereas there are many Scotches out there that do not have that smokiness to them. They're not using the peat like the old days. It's conventional heated floors, and you're getting these raisin notes and fruit notes, and then of course malted barley, which is I don't know if there's any Scotch, which is whiskey made in Scotland for our new viewers, that doesn't use 100% malted barley as in the mash bill.
Not that I'm aware of.
There might be, but I'm not aware of any. There could be. Leave a comment down below if you know that there are Scotches that are not made from 100% malted barley. By the way, you can't find this, but if you could, back when it was available, it was sitting right around $115 for
I searched a lot of places, guys. Even up here today, I could not find a single store that still has it available. But I think you can still get it online if you search up their website. I was looking there earlier today. I think you can still get it there.
Man, that is fantastic. There's just something, I don't know, maybe because I've had so much experience. I've probably been drinking this whiskey longer than, well, if you exclude like the days when I was pounding Jack Daniels in the creek with all my skateboard crew.
Not me.
Yeah, no, you weren't there.
Well, I wasn't there.
But I don't know if I would count that as the whiskey drinking days, even though we weren't technically drinking whiskey. The days that I really learned to properly drink whiskey, and by properly I mean taste it and appreciate it, and not just trying to get freaking plastered with your buddies so that you can go wreak havoc across town.
I remember those days. Those good days.
This is one of the first, and that I've always gone back to. I just really love it. I once drank an entire bottle of Lagavulin.
One night?
In one night in Rome.
Ooh.
And my wife will...
By the Colosseum?
Yeah, we're not too far from the Colosseum, right?
That's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
That's a story right there. That is a story. You're gonna have to tell me about that one offline. I mean, we went around the town. It got pretty
animated. I got pretty animated. But the next day, I hiked up Mount Vesuvius. The next day, went on a hike, and we'll save the rest of this story for next week. I want to talk about whiskey and why everything is better with whiskey, and anecdotal stories from people and good whiskey and what it's done to benefit their lives. And I feel like there was another sentence that could have come out.
This is not like, I was waiting for it to come to some sort of fancy conclusion, but it never got there.
There was a lady I met in one of the duty-free shops at the airport. Older lady, just super spunky and spry, just like full of energy. Was clearly older just by her physical appearance, like she was older, but her spirit was just feisty and fiery and full, like she was full of life. And so much so that I had to ask her. We both happened to be in one of the whiskey aisles looking at whiskeys. I had to ask her, like, how are you so, like, what is your secret to, like, clearly she's lived a good life, and I could tell that from talking to her and her great spirit. And I said, like, what's your secret to being so, like, full of life? And she said, she leaned in like this, she goes, I drink good whiskey. And I was like, this lady has clearly got it figured out. Whiskey helps.
Whiskey helps.
Everything's better with whiskey.
And friends.